Hey guys, this is Stream Dr. Duck here at Denki Studios. In this video, I'm going to be telling you how to get in the creative mode without getting distracted. So just pay attention and, we can get into the whole business. So, in order for you to not only on your conscious level, but also on your subconscious level, there might be a couple of few things that's going to be bothering you at the moment. If you want to be really creative. So, for an instance, if there is like a loss of family members or there is something else that's really distracting you, you should address those concerns and issues first. Okay, you should not spend your time dwelling, which is like, you spend your time eating yourself into it, which is why a mental diet is very important, because it's very easy to getting into this negative thinking and negative mode. So, if there's something that's really concerning you or worrying you right now, try to address that first. Make sure you get that out of the way. But if you're not in that state and you're just really wanted to like just get on the case and like you want to start writing, you want to start drawing, and you want to start like getting into your creative habits, I say make sure to first of all clean your space. This has been very useful for me because whenever I'm either making YouTube videos or if I'm concentrating on making art, I have everything sort of set out and clean. And so this is a somewhat minimal, I would say, but it's still efficient for me. And this is where I think it's very important to ask yourself the question. Like, for instance, why do I have the headset here? What's this book about? Why do I have the post-it notes here? The more you ask yourself the questions of why you have these certain things in place, the better and more clear you're gonna be when you are basically getting on your creative work. Because the least thing you want is you have like plenty of like pencils, papers, garbage, dust, and everything, and you're trying to get onto something, but you have your subconscious mind keep paying attention to all these things. So do yourself a favor, clean the space, make sure that your work area, what you're doing, all the distractions and everything else, even if you have, like kids or parents or any other distractions, as best as you can, try to limit those times and spend those creative times that you can at a full level and fully commit to isolate or to bring some of your creative friends that you want to do to get onto that creative experience. Remember, you're not alone. You don't have to do everything on your own. But if it's basically the way that you want to do things, I would say make sure to clear all the physical distractions and especially the mental distractions of all the other things. Uh, Thirdly, digital stuff. Unless you're using social media and you're using your phone and you're using your camera and everything for the productive creative reason of what you're doing, shut those things out. If they're not part of your routine and you're not supposed to be doing these things, you're focusing on just drawing, painting, and all the other stuff, like you're not focusing on streaming it and showing it at the same time, cut all of those distractions out. Turn off your phone, uh, put any other electronic device aside, unless you're going to use it for references or if you're going to be using it for getting some sense of mood board or inspiration for things or do some research and so on. Everything needs to have a intent of what you're doing it. And lastly is to have all the tools that you need available. Make it simple. Make it simple for you so you can just take it on, um, and put it away after you've been working with the things that you've been creating so far. So, if you need to, for instance, start coloring with your color pencils, just put them in a place where it's easily stored and you can just, grab up at any moment, either in a drawer or on a stock shelf. For instance, for me, I have all my markers here on top inside the case. If I need to start writing a couple things, but I want to use like different ink pens or so, I can use these things here. This is a Stadler one, by the way. And especially with all the other notes and ideas and things I have, I want to be able to, just write things. Like, for instance, writing ideas for this video. I use, post-it notes, or I take a sketchbook, like Moleskine, or any other paper or something else like that that's pretty much available. And I just start concentrating on that. And another thing, too, which is very distracting, is the focus on perfectionism. Okay? Don't think about getting it perfectly. It's better to make it messy all over the place. It's nearly like having a rant session. Just go full in with whatever you come available, and then you can take the step steadily as it goes. So, don't be too holding back, and don't start overthinking about, when you're gonna get ready and so on, because you're never gonna be. It's just better to just jump into the process and start, and just see what's gonna come out of it. So I hope this information has been very helpful. No matter if you're doing visual arts, if you're doing writing, if you're doing any of those particular creative ways of making. And music is something I should just be very quick about. Music is something that you should take into consideration. If it helps you, then good, play on the track and play the music, get really instilled with it. If it isn't, then I say, just turn it off. Don't have that a part of your routine. Just keep it simple, okay? So evaluation. Number one, make sure to have a clean working space. Number two, as best as you can, keep your space sacred. Make sure it's a place where you can just either be alone, or you can include some of the people who are part of the creative process into that environment. Thirdly, make sure everything is available. Make sure that it's simple and it's available, and you don't have to concentrate about all the thinking of how or when and where and all that. Just make sure it's very simple and available. Then don't think about the perfectionism of all these things. Start messy, sketchy, loose. Just go, full on at it. Turn off any digital or any other distractional devices that are in the way, and just go on with the process and have fun. That's the most important thing. Have fun with the process. Don't set any expectations, really. Just go fully at it and committed, and just have fun, and you will see the end result at the end of the day. So, alright guys, very quick video. Thank you so much. If you're interested and you found this video very helpful, please make sure to like the video, and also make sure to go ahead and click subscribe if you want to see more YouTube content about getting your creative desires and creating creative juices flowing, and also making sure to get yourself at an awakened state. This is also pretty much going to be a self-actualized with art and creativity, and getting the whole focus on entrepreneurship as well, and seeing an evolutionary change in all of us, and enjoying that whole life experience in social media. So please take care for now. Have a great time. Bye.